told you that Keith had been trying out different darts this morning at practice when I was with him. And he's trying darts that are 2 grams heavier. It's like a fisherman going out and saying, I want a hook with a different coloured fly on it. Attention to detail. First step on the way to genius.
Well, yes, Sid, but there will be another school of thought which said Della's had a good week, and he's taking quite a gamble by changing his equipment in midstream, so to speak. That really, he must be sure of himself, must be absolutely confident he's doing the right thing.
57.
Yes, change your equipment in midstream. You can always blame the paddle, so maybe that could be the story if Keith loses.
59.
But I don't think there would be many top players who would attempt a gamble to change the weight of your darts with a world championship or a world matchplay semi-final.
Oh,
taking a risk.
So a lot of effort up there, and to try and read what's happening, why it seems to go slightly becalmed. Harrington, I think, is having trouble working out which part of the 60 to hit. He seems to favour the right-hand end. He's now trying to hit the middle, means he can go right or left of the dart.
100!
Now that's interesting, because his previous dart was aimed at the right. And Della's, who says, changed the weight of darts, so you wouldn't expect them to get straight in the groove with him.
42.
So Harrington now on double 16 for 6 apiece, and now double 8.
26.
Well, it isn't exactly the end of the world, because Della can't go out on 191, but he can certainly put the screws on here. Came across for treble 13 to leave double 16, but Harrington just wants that double 16, and he's doing enough, but he has got to find
Rod to
overdrive.
Game on.
Well, I suggest you think with the point I was making, his scoring pattern was aiming at the right of the 60 bed. He is now aiming at the middle.
100.
And Della still trying to come to terms with these slightly heavier darts. Coming down for the cover. Could do without that.
48.
Well, some psychedelic artwork there. Things can only get better.
Surely means psychedelic.
Psychedelic.
100.
And well, Keith will be wishing that things could get slightly better for him. He's matching blow for blow, but neither of these guys can really seem to find the knockout blow or to find the booster button which will accelerate them into a winning lead.
Well, the two lads coming up next can undoubtedly do that. Mason and Baxter.
139.
Well, it's true to say that if Mason and Baxter play as well as they did in their quarter-finals,
we'll have a classic.
They'll have a whiz-bang.
60.
Harrington unable to finish on 162, but he has time, because Keith Della just doesn't seem to be able to get a real grip of his scoring at this stage.
Great shot!
130.
Signs in Rodney's game that he's found the extra gear.
100. Roger requires 32.
Well, this is the time of the game where you really do need to apply some pressure to move ahead. This could be the signal. Harrington, animated,
Keith to
clearly is getting his focuses right.
$140.
It's actually Darts audience's expectations, I've been doing this for 20 years, News and Dinners for nearly 30. Their expectations far exceed some people's reality. Even Pip had great expectations, not massive ones. The problem is that they expect guys to up their average every match, and you can't.
100.
It's like expecting batters against best bowler in the world to hit 6s and 4s all the time. This is to get in the final. That's
right.
all.
It's yes, a little bit like the ultimate speed and swiftness for a 100-metre race. If they continue to extrapolate, they'll meet themselves coming back.
Still risking the dart to the right.
125.
Keith Crew.
From Rudvelin, a very famous dart centre down in the valleys.
That's an interesting shot because it leaves Harrington 170, the top shot with 3 darts. Della wants 136, and now double 8 for a 136 kill.
Yes! That's the 101! You might be coming in at 111 before! Early done! As soon as he starts picking up that shot, Rod's got trouble! And is he a bit chuffed or chuffed? And it's wiped a lizard veneer over Harrington's eyes.
Well, we were just saying we just need a catalyst in here somewhere, Sid, to get this thing really swinging along.
58.
That might just be a terrific
A
finish.
wild catalyst. Look at those eyes. Face looks like rain on a window pane. Eyes glazed over. That shook him.
100.
Wow, squared it up, but he would have preferred to do it in a more profitable manner.
Rod
99.
focused like a man looking for treasure in the Sierra Madre. Keith's face like somebody pressed their
41.
thumbs into a mask made of plasticine. In the middle of the bed. Whose rainbow will it be?
140.
Well, it certainly is a game where neither player can establish any kind of consistent
100.
command. As one player
Roger requires
goes on
117.
a little splurge, then the next leg, the rival turns on the style.
Could turn on those 130-odd 3 darters. The Dallas party piece.
85. 66.
So here's Rod Harrington,
Roger requires
the number 1
32.
seed, still really not to find his number 1 form, but he'll be happy with that finish. He goes into the break with an 8-7 advantage. Keith Deller is producing some stylish finishes, but he still trails. We're going to take a break. Will the trend continue? Will Harrington prevail? We'll see after this break.
Matchplay.